Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are seeing my face for the first time, hi, my name is Maya and I live life and document it here on this channel. So if that sounds like something you guys would like, feel free to subscribe to the channel and join our little community here. Thank you guys so much for joining. I have noticed a few more people joining our community and interacting on different videos, and it's just awesome and so great, and I love it. And thank you guys for doing that. It really makes my little heart happy. Speaking of heart, Valentine's Day is this week. Love to segue, I guess. There will be something that I'm going to do probably day of for celebration and make it like its own separate little thing, and that'll be the next video that comes out. Or if I don't, insert like interesting whatever gif here to be like, ha, you thought. Anyway, this vlog is a little interesting because today is Wednesday. We're starting off on the middle of the week technically, and that is because yesterday and Monday I was busy. So Monday was like all of the adulty things. Like first I woke up at 6 a.m. and I had to go and get my car repaired. That was fun. I had to stay there for 5 hours. Did a lot of reading, mostly on Slender Man actually, which I have right here by Kathleen Hale, and I have some thoughts on this, but we'll get to that in a second. And I did a little bit of editing. I finished out, I think, some of my weekly vlog for last week. Last week, because even though I am like multiple weeks ahead in real time, I am editing every single week and then uploading to the channel. Yeah, okay. Then afterwards, I went back home because I had about an hour in between before I had to go see my mentor, and I ate lunch at home, which was very nice. Kind of chilled for like a few minutes, and then got all my stuff together and headed right back out for my mentoring session, and that was really great. Afterwards, I think, if I remember correctly, something was wrong with my phone, so afterwards I went to Verizon to get it fixed, and thankfully there was nothing wrong with that. All that was needed was a restart on my phone, needless to say. And I didn't know that because my mom switched plans, and so I was like, okay, so if there's a plan switch, there may be a phone update switch, or maybe like a software update that I'm like missing out on. Let me just make sure everything's up to date, right? So I did that, thinking in my brain, I guess, that because the system updated and everything, then I was all good. Yeah, no. I couldn't send texts to certain people. So I was like, okay, weird, maybe it's a different type of phone or whatever. Well, then the next day I literally, and that was Sunday. So on Monday, well, it started Saturday evening. I tried getting it to work on Sunday, and then Monday I literally could not text anybody. So then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to Verizon, see what's up. So went to Verizon, realized I only needed to restart. That was fun, but at least I didn't have to pay for anything, and it took like 5 minutes max for that to get fixed. So then afterwards I got me a coffee because that was very much needed after that day, and then I went back home, meal prepped some stuff, and went out to the park to go for my night walk, because at this point it's later on in the evening. Went out for my night walk. Took a little bit longer because I went a back way to get more steps in. People knew my location, everything, it was all good. And then went to Walmart after that, and then got home a little later and put up some things and went straight to bed. Tuesday rolls around. I did my devos and something else. I feel like there was something else that was involved. Oh yeah, I was cleaning the entire day. I was cleaning out some stuff, getting my room together. I have like one more really good cleaning sesh like I did on Tuesday, and then I'm set. I think the biggest thing is just like getting containers to get everything into, and then I'll be set and ready to go. But yeah, I did a lot of cleaning. I did do some reading. I slept a little bit, and then I took a shower and I headed over to my mom's house for a meal/game night. It was so much fun. We had, we were killing Death Eaters, or I'm sorry, We were Avada Kedavering Death Eaters, because I don't know if I'm allowed to say the other word. I'm still going to put it in because I said it, but like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. Anyway, Avada Kedavering some Death Eaters and watching Golden Girls, eating some nice Italian food, and then, yeah, just catching up. And it was a great time. I did enjoy it. It was a awesome time. So there was that. And now we're here to today, which is Wednesday, and the beginning of my long work week. Woo! I could have brought you guys along. Yes, I could have. Here's the thing. My phone was low on storage. And I just... Also, there's something about being able to do things without the hindrance of a camera and setting it up and like getting all of the shots and like making sure you look semi-presentable. I mean, you guys have seen me like just literally roll out of bed. Hair not brushed, teeth not brushed. Like, you've seen that, but like, even then it's kind of contained. Like, you still haven't seen me at like my worst. I just want to breathe and not have to feel like, you know, I have to be on for a camera. Because like, no offense, no matter how real someone is, like, I can be the realest I can be with you, which I do try to be, you know, honestly and truly. Yes, I give you guys the most real highlights of the footage that I get, that I am willing to be put out on the internet. Why are you parking right next to me? Seriously, this is way far out of the way. Why every time I turn on a camera, someone decides, oh, I'm going to park right next to you? It's so freaking weird. Thank you for moving. Like, frick. Or they're still parking right in there. Okay. It's more so, like, I know no one can see me, right? But it still feels like such an invasion of privacy. It's like I'm trying to create a little bubble here for us, and then other people are trying to, like, get into the space. It's like, no, I don't want the illusion of other people in the space. Even if they literally physically cannot see me or hear me or any other things, I don't like people in that space. This is a comfort space. This is not supposed to be a stress space. And it feels very stressful when there are other people around that I did not ask to be in said space. Anyway, there are moments where I just need to not film every single second or every single day of my life. And that'll be okay, because that day I just chose not to film and not to have the camera on, and either that's because my phone is low on storage or because I just simply didn't want to. Or maybe I was like too in the zone to get things done and just like needed to get it done because the second I get that done, the more time I could dedicate to like doing fun things like going out, going to Barnes and Noble, having a little editing sesh there, doing like a little shopping vlog, doing a little grocery shop and haul and things like that. Like, I'd be willing to do more of that if I didn't feel like I had to do other things like cleaning and like making the space for myself for my room. And I specifically want to make the space for myself for my room because at some point I would like to be able to start the podcast, because I want to do the video aspect of the podcast where, you know, I get to share a little bit more, and like the decorations that I have on a specific wall, I want to share that too, because it's like, that's the K-pop life in me, and like, you guys need to understand that aspect. I mean, you guys don't need to understand it, but like, I would like you guys to understand that aspect. Like, there is so much more than just, you know, work and and reading. Do I love reading? Bruh, I have so many books. So many books in the car with me. I'm reading 2 books at the same time. Like, yeah, I love books, but that is not all of it. I would like to talk with you guys a little bit more about my devotional life. I would love to show you guys a little bit more of my fandom life. I would like to talk to you guys a little bit more about the financial aspect, about, you know, fun things that I find along on the internet, like fun topics of conversation. I mean, maybe they're not fun, maybe some of it is a little bit more serious, but for me that is fun, to take a serious topic, to talk about it, to sit with it for a little bit, absorb some information, learn some information, converse about said things, you know, more commentary-esque type stuff, and even just like finding random fun music to dance to or something like that. You know, there's just so many aspects of life that I want to show that I feel like I can show more once I really get my space together. So I really just wanted to get my space together, and then like Monday was like out and doing things and adulting, and then Tuesday was being able to like breathe and chill and be at home and create my space in my home, and then work on the combined space in our home. And then, you know, and now today is obviously the work life, so I get to showcase a little bit more there. But yeah, I don't know. I want to be able to show a little bit more, so I need to put in the time now, and then I'll be able to show you guys a little bit more in that way. So yeah, that's kind of the thought process there. It's about time to head into work. By the way, oh my gosh. Okay, so we're at a new location today, or we're not at a new location, we're back in our old location. I'll give you guys some clips or footage or something on lunch or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and in our new department, but like our new department is in my old department, so nothing is new for me, but also everything is about to be new, and I am interested to see where everything goes, not gonna lie. But I do need to shut up and actually head in so that I am not late, even though I am been here an hour early because I had a little panic moment and was like, we're back in the old location. I need to like remember traffic and like its patterns and like what time I actually need to leave to get here. And then I also want to get my coffee, obviously. So I was like, okay, need to do that. Anyways, shutting up, doing all of the things. We'll talk to you guys on lunch about the move and stuff and what I actually think about the new space and location and just everything about it. And yeah, we'll catch you guys up on the rest of the day, but I needed to catch you guys up on the previous days to let you guys know why you guys aren't seeing those days and why we started here. Okay, cool, awesome. And I hope you guys enjoy as I bring you guys along. So, let's go. Sitting right outside my apartment complex at the moment because I wanted to update you guys first and then just go, mostly because I am trying to see if I can somewhat gauge how far away I am from having to go surface streets to get onto the freeway, to getting on the freeway, and how much traffic congestion there is. And being that like my house was on both freeways, so like vertical and horizontal, so I could just choose based on the morning or the activity or where I was going. Now I don't have that choice anymore. Now I like am only next to the vertical, and even then I have to take like surface streets to get onto the ramp for the freeway. I mean, I do live on the horizontal one, but it's not the one that's going to immediately take me to work. Actually, that'll take me the long way around, so I'd rather not do that. Y'all don't care anyway. Me channeling my inner writing professor. So I'm just gonna like try and gauge all of that with actual timing. I don't think I needed to go as early as I did yesterday, but the thing about like switching locations and going somewhere new or doing something new or having a shift in life, I am just on the first day, like always like, okay, we got to get there like an hour earlier. We need to get set up 20 minutes earlier. We need to make sure everything is working and nothing like is amiss. I have to make sure everything is in order. I have to like basically get my whole life together in the span of a couple hours. And then I get to work and then everything is normal. And then I'm just like, oh. All of that for nothing. Although I wouldn't say for nothing though, because I was able to talk with you guys and update you guys about like the past 2 days. And truthfully, I only have this occasionally where like I go with vlogging, and then on some level my life reminds me, hey, maybe like clean me a little bit, give me some attention, like you need to do XYZ thing, you can't keep putting these things off, just use this as an excuse to just have a day for yourself. And so I have those days for myself, and then I come back better than ever, and it just only affects the week by like a day or two. And back in the day, literally last year, I used to think that derailed everything. I'm like, oh, no, it's not a weekly vlog, now it's a couple days of my life vlog and stuff like this, and like thinking about the like CEO of it all, or not CEO, SEO, sorry CEOs out there. And so like thinking about that, or like trying to like do the YouTuber social media thing as if that was like my full-time soul-focused career, and it's like, no, it's not. Like this is a hobby, this is a passion, whatever comes out of it is what's going to come out of it. And like already just building a community here with you guys, that's awesome. I love being here, I love talking with you guys, I love feeling like we're living this life together, you know. And that's literally it. That's like, I'm good. Like, I'm just gonna keep posting like this for however long even one other person is living it with me, you know. And even if no one is living it with me, it's just fun for me to do. So it's like, watch it, don't watch it, I'm still gonna be posting it. And you know, I think that's why like with short form content and everything, and like like knowing about the YouTube game kind of stresses me out, because like I know how to do it, and I've lived it, and I've done it, and I've actually done pretty well in certain areas, and like knowing how to do things, and I've helped other people do well, and in fact better, because they're actually like focused on that aspect, on the business aspect, whereas I'm just focused on like, it's fun for me, and I love doing it, and I love having fun with it. And as long as I can upkeep, you know, my daily job for living, then I can do this too, you know. It's great, it's fun, it's amazing. And even though like I am trying to get a little bit more serious with it and like maintaining a consistent schedule, that's more to be like, hey, you know, get a routine, get a schedule, like stay on top of it, say you're gonna do something and actually follow through. So, you know, I say I like doing this, so I'm going to follow through with it, and I'm gonna keep posting here on the weekly, and anything beyond that is just gonna be icing on top of the most delicious cake that you can think of. For me, it used to be like all decadent, just like chocolate cake with chocolate chips and chocolate mousse in between all of the layers with chocolate frosting and those decadent thick chocolate wedges on the top. Now that looks like I'm gonna end up in the hospital. I'm good with some vanilla in there. You know, a little fruit, even if it's not necessarily like the most healthy option. Like, it tricks me into thinking it's healthy. Or something lighter, you know. I like lemon nowadays. I like cherries. Throw a little strawberry into the mix, but it's got to be like pureed, because I'm realizing like I don't like strawberry like that, but I like it well enough with other flavors. Riddle me that connection. I don't know. How did I find that out at 24 instead of, you know, in my teens? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, beside the point, I don't know what track I got off on. The track that I was trying to start with and just completely got derailed was telling you guys that, you know, I'm going to be obviously driving and timing myself and like truly just like getting the traffic stuff down, just so that I know like when I should wake up for like a slower wake up, because I don't need a slow wake, like I don't need an hour to get my life together. I mean, yesterday I needed 10 minutes. It's less about, you know, being ready to get ready. It's just about like having a slow morning that doesn't instigate in myself kind of like that panic fear response, you know, of like, I'm gonna be late, I did this, that in the morning is actually insane and actually just a lot, and it wears you down. And in fact, I think it got me to be a little bit more tired, which wasn't necessarily bad because I need a better sleep schedule, but yikes. Let's like not do that anytime soon, okay? I was gonna say ever, but like I know me, so not having a stressful morning like that, going to actually time out the time. I might need to wake up a little earlier than I do now, which, you know, it's neither here nor there. I'll probably only wake up 30 minutes earlier or set my alarm 30 minutes earlier than normal. Just because I don't mind having the slower wake up, getting my life together, getting over there. And like yesterday, I was able to read. That's where we got off track. I was able to get there early and I was able to get there and read a little bit. And I don't mind that because it kind of settles me and it kind of makes me like, and like puts me in a good headspace so that when I go into work, like I can set up, I can do my thing, I can have my coffee right there, I can pull up my devotions. As I wait for tasks to roll in, I could do my devotions, and then throughout the day I have like my books, I have my devotions. Like, you don't only have to do it one time a day, you know. So like because like sometimes I like to read throughout the day as well, not just like my devotional time. I like to just read it throughout. So sometimes I read it throughout. Sometimes I'm studying and memorizing some scripture verses that my mentor is asking me to memorize, or like, you know, reading. Obviously I have my books, or just even writing. Sometimes I have things that decompress me so that when the workload hits, it's like, okay, I got this. And then it's basically like just machine doing its thing. And then machine remembers it's a human being. And then I'm like, oh, fun. Okay, I have a book, I have whatever. So I like that. And I like not having the panic start that kind of gets me into like a little tizzy a little bit. And it's might be hilarious for other people to watch me slowly go insane. But it's not a fun time up here. So we're going to mitigate that and we're gonna make sure it's lessening. But yes, so anyways, that's what I wanted to say. I don't know if I'm gonna update you guys when I get there, but I at least wanted to like update you guys about today. I will be talking with you guys at lunch because I am making it a point to, you know, actually get my lunch together, go out to my car, have some time to read and decompress and just enjoy with things I like doing, and I like doing this. So obviously I'll probably be talking to you guys and letting you guys know how the workday is going, my thoughts on the books, because you guys, I have finished. I have not finished. I started reading more of the London Seance Society, like I said I was going to yesterday, because my brain was with the other book. So I read the London Seance Society. I actually did what I said I was going to do. New for me, right? And what I found out, Sarah Penner is just such a good writer. That's not what I found out, but like what I found out of the story makes me like, oh, you are such a good writer. This is why I love you. Yes, absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's just like, it's so good. Anyways, I'm gonna fangirl silently in the car. I need to head out now, actually, because we are getting a little close to time, especially if it's going to take as long as I think it's going to take. And you know me, I'm getting my coffee. At this point, I drink coffee from home when I'm actually home. And then when I'm at work, I'm kind of just like, well, I'm earning money, so I don't mind spending a couple dollars or $7 on a drink. Don't judge me, okay? Alright, I'm working slowly, okay? I'm eating from home, at least, alright? For lunches and dinners and stuff, okay? I can feel judgment. Or maybe it's me. I can feel the projected judgment. Hey, at least I'm aware it's projected. It's not anything y'all are doing. It's all me projecting it because I know maybe it's not the healthiest or the best thing for me, and that's fine. So anyways, actually, you guys are going to be in on this experiment with me. What time is it currently? It is 9:02 exactly. Alrighty, it's 9:02. I have started my car. We are backing out of the parking lot. Me making sure there's no human beings so I don't accidentally hit someone. Praise everything that there is no car in the space behind me. I love it when that happens. Because granted, don't get me wrong, I can totally maneuver with rows and rows of cars, no spaces in between, to make you feel safe about backing out. But on the days when I don't have to, praise the Lord. Unironically, it's the little things in life, man, that really like make you thankful when they happen. because you don't realize it until it's not an issue, and then you're like, oh, wow, that's nice. That sun is shining really brightly. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Please don't take my sunshine away. Yeah, my vocal cords are not warmed up this early in the morning. Me pretending like I actually have vocal cords to warm up. I mean, everyone has them, but like, I don't know why I am allowed to be in my church choir. I truly don't. Like, I sit next to our arguably best sopranos because I know that they know how to sing, and I can tune to them because I can sing decent when I can tune to people. But at the same time, I'm kind of just like, who let me do this? Who let me do this? I know it's a ministry, but like, who let me do this? Honestly, me with kids though. Because like, I like kids, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm saying. But I make sure they're safe when they're in my presence. I'm just saying, who let me take charge of classrooms as a TA / floater person who could technically also be labeled janitor? That was a time of life. Would you guys like to know about that time of life? When I used to work with kids? Actually, I have some really good memories, and I remember specific kids, and I have watched some of them grow up, and then others I haven't seen because I don't work there, and they don't go to our church. The few that I do see do go to our church, but man, I wonder how they're doing. They're older now. I know I definitely saw one of them in our elementary school. So our church basically is kind of like an umbrella operation going on. We have the church, we have a daycare, we have elementary, middle school, high school, we have the college, we have a missionary board and things like that, and so many ministries. Anyways, the point that I'm getting to, because the daycare is connected to our elementary, middle school, high school facility. Actually, it's all one facility. There's two separate ones. There's the college, and then there's everything else leading up to college. And so there was this one time, and this was after I stopped working at the daycare, but I used to work in the daycare, and I got connected to this one little boy. I saw him in the lower elementary grade. I think it might have been first grade, actually. First or second grade he was in by the time that I came back one day because I had to do something or visit someone, I forget. And I was over in that building. Normally I don't go over to that building. It was either, with all of the college kids, or I would be with my mentor who was also over by the college part of the campus, which was across the street from where everything else is. So I was over there for some reason, I don't remember. And all I remember as I was walking towards wherever the heck I was going, I saw this little boy and his mom, and he just looked so sweet, so happy, and it just, it made me smile so big because he was definitely one of the ones that was like, my kids, it never have favorites when you're a teacher. Obviously, I was not a teacher, so I could have favorites. Just kidding. Needless to say, we connected at some point during my time there. Yeah, we built a bond, and so I always looked after him. I always watched over him. He always wanted to give me hugs, and it was the sweetest thing. Memory lane. I will sign off now, and I will talk to you guys either on my break or if I get there miraculously before I need to head right in. Okay? See you guys in a bit. Bye. We are here in my work parking lot, and it took from 9:02 to 9:38, and there was a pit stop in between, so I would count that as a success. I have been reading both of these books, and they have been really good. Both of these are different type of trips, both within the same vein, but both very different, and I'm starting to understand true crime YouTubers a little bit more with this book. And I don't mean like I'm gonna start being a true crime YouTuber. That's not what I'm saying, not at all. I don't think I can handle the delivery of a case well in a way that is entertaining, educational, and respectful in the way that it needs to be. Not that I don't have respect on the case. I just have so much respect that I know that I'm not the one to do things like that. Now, talking about it and talking about certain elements of certain things based on either literature I've read or maybe reactions to literal court hearings and cases and all of these things, that I can do more appropriately and more respectfully than I think if I were to just like go full research mode and then talk about it. I think there are people that do it really well, and I'm just not the one. And I am self-aware enough to know that. That being said, I do think that I am starting to get, though, just how much that this can be. Because, you know, I've been watching a lot of true crime YouTubers and stuff, and I see how much a case can weigh. You know, but I think it's different when you're watching it and then when you actually experience it and you start to truly have that understanding of not just a sympathetic understanding, but a true knowing of how heavy this topic is and how much weight there is behind it. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that not only is it this type of case involving, you know, social media and like the different aspects of it, or even the time period, which is also very interesting, but I think also because in some ways there's a lot of things in here that just remind me of how sad it is that things were how sad, how heavy, how weighty everything is. I think that it's just, I think this hits different because I'm starting to understand where I came out of mentally. I think anything having to do with mental health aspects is a little bit weightier. I have a little bit more to say on it always. But truly, I think that there were so many aspects of the mental health thing that I related to. Now, granted, I'm not self-diagnosing schizophrenia for myself. I'm not even saying that I have it. I don't believe I have schizophrenia. I think there would be more signs of certain things if I were. That being said, anything can happen. But, so I'm not saying that, and I'm not trying to like put myself into it or like take attention away. I don't know. But there are certain things where certain things are described and certain feelings and emotions about the thing. And I'm like, I understand how it got there. At the same time, the understanding does not take away the responsibility of, hello, you attempted to kill someone. And so it's just a time mentally to process that. And then to add on to it the age. And I think what really got me is truly how everyone who knew these girls treated them and how the world treated them and the uses of words and how that spun things into an out of control element. And I think there are certain things that we could take from this case where we can do better. I also think that in some ways we refuse to, because then we have to confront other issues. Because the second that we realize something that can be better by the changing of our own personal actions, then it becomes maybe, I don't know. And I'm not saying like in general, like all of us, I'm just saying like in general of this case, that is what happened. Like there were so many things that could have been better. But at the end of the day, they were like, well, you know, I mean, should we have known at the time? Yes, but you know, past is past. It's like, what? No. Learn from it. Learn that, hey, maybe we need to have a better system of communicating with parents about things that we find concerning. Maybe if even just we individually are concerned, say something. Maybe if we see something and we automatically assume a judgment and then we realize like, oh, this was actually happening, this was real. Maybe, I don't know, next time, treat it as if it is real. Treat it as if it is an issue. Have a heart, have empathy, have questions, have a little bit of concern. And hey, if a red flag pops up and it starts waving at you, maybe, I don't know, tell the police or something, tell the parents, get medical help or medical professionals. Like, and it's so interesting because it was this time period specifically, and I have always said this, I have always claimed this in like talking about mental health and stuff, and like how society shifted at a certain point. And I do believe it was around 2015 we started to like have a shift of mental health and like actually starting to talk about Bruno, because I was watching a TikTok of someone being like, hey, you know what Bruno is? Bruno is talking about like mental health and all of this other stuff, and then started listing off all of the different characters and their mental health symptoms. And I was like, oh, this is eye-opening on a whole other level. Anywho, so if I can find it, I'll insert it. If I can't, I'm so sorry, but it was so good. It was so good. Anyway, so yes, we finally talk about Bruno, okay? And we finally start fixing our issues, right? But then it was almost to like the other extreme, and it's like, okay, now we're caught in between two extremes, and then we're starting to level it out to like get a good gauge on it, right? Let me see if I need to go. Oh, I do. But I want to finish this real fast. So we're finally getting a gauge, and it was right at that time too, and I'm just like, I knew it. I knew we were the guinea pig generation for mental health, but dang. The mindset shift. The mindset shift and the generational gaps of communication. Oh, it's so important. But what are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? This happened. So what are we doing to fix it? What are we doing to fix it so that this never happens again? Anyway, I might be slowly losing all sanity and my grip on it, if I ever had it. Anywho, yeah, so this is a great book, and so is this, and this is a great time to just kind of like decompress from all of this. But funnily enough, it's kind of in the same vein, so it's kind of like, am I really decompressing from this type of thing? No, probably not. Am I slowly going to start going insane? Yes, probably. Should I? Probably, I don't know, start on one of the other two books to maybe get it together. Maybe. Like, I have the other books here with me, because here's the thing. I was going to take a picture somewhere that looked aesthetically pleasing for my February TBR, and then I just grabbed a screenshot and was like, thumbnail, Instagram post. We're good. I'm trying to not be perfectionist, you know, with my feet and all of that. I'm just trying to post at this point. So I have Renegades right here next to me. I also have Six of Crows. But the thing of Six of Crows, I want it to be like a reading vlog. Like, I want to have the duology together. I'm going to do a big video on my thoughts on that. So even if I read it and I wrap it up for February, it's like my full thoughts are going to be on a video later. Like, not in February. It's going to be in March and sometime. So stay tuned for that vlog. But wait, y'all are my lifestyle fam. I'm talking to y'all as if you're my reader fam. Sorry. Stay tuned for that video that I will have linked below on that week's vlog, and I will just yeah, link to my actual booktube channel. My bad, besties. Anywho, so maybe I should start reading Renegades. It's like sci-fi, fantasy, and a little bit of romance. Distinctly not involving murder. So potentially I should start that, but I'm gonna start these first and we'll see where the day takes me. If I need a little breather from all of that, we're gonna start Renegades. Okay, love that for us. I do need to head in, so thank you guys for indulging me in my ranting of certain things about Slender Man. Yeah, we're gonna head in. I love that I'm like getting my life and stuff together, because apparently I don't have any life stuff together. Okay, let me get the bag. You know what? Maybe I'll just do Slender Man this morning, because I just heavier stuff in the morning, lighter stuff in the evening. That's a read on me. Okay, we're heading out now. Bye. I'm so happy. It's raining. Just a good way to have the middle of the day, honestly. And I just gotta ask, okay, like I literally just looked over and I saw someone smoking. How in the world does that work? How does smoking in the rain work? I must know, because like I'm gonna sound so unintelligent right now, but like, it's fire. Smoke is because of fire. You have to light a match, do you not, for like smoking, cigarette smoking? So like, how does that not go out in the rain? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just so happy and excited. It's raining. Like, I thrive in rainy weather, so yeah. Anyway, I did tell you guys I was going to talk to you guys on break, and I am, but so brief interlude for rain appreciation. Anywho, work is going really, really well today, actually. We are acclimating to the new place quite well. Actually, for me, it's very familiar. For some, it's quite new. I'm eating the guys' Flavortown Market meal, because this is now a staple in my life when I just need a grab-and-go meal. Rich food on a poor budget. I appreciate. Also, I want to clarify, because my mom and I were talking. She sometimes watches my videos, and she heard that I was like waiting till next paycheck to get groceries, and she thought I didn't have, like, I was waiting for the next paycheck to get more money to be able to afford those groceries, or how she interpreted it. I wanted to clarify. When I said I'm broke, I'm not actually broke, okay? And when I was waiting on the next paycheck for groceries, it was for the next round of groceries I would get stuff, because I didn't need to make anything right away. I didn't feel rushed to make it or whatever. And I had put myself on a very, very strict budget, because eviction is a thing. It's a reality. Not one that I want to be mine. And you can't control any outside factors. So, I have been watching Caleb Hammer here on YouTube. He's a finance YouTuber. And there was this one girl who was like, could potentially face the possibility of eviction, but she thought that's never going to happen to her because the next paycheck always rolled around. I'm like, oh, that is a dangerous mentality. May I never get there. And so instead I went in the opposite direction and went a little to the extreme. For the past like month, I've been pinching pennies, budgeting. Literally last week when I went out with my friends and I gave myself a little spending money that is honestly quite just like, wow, you could have done so much more with the income that you have going in. But to me, it felt like a lot. It felt like a luxury. And so when I was able to spend that money and get those things, which I'm going to haul in a separate video because it was literally mostly all books. So I'm going to make a book haul video. But I was just like, wow. I was like so stressed out. Like I didn't even allow myself to get a book here or there. And because I didn't spend like anything pleasure-wise all month, because literally I was like saving for furniture, saving for my car repairs, saving for rent and other things, like, and you know, just basic daily living expenses, and finally building up an emergency fund and putting a little bit extra in savings and kind of like going hard towards paying off debts. Whoa, that was like luxury spending for me. It was insane. I was like, whoa, that's cool. And I still have money in my said emergency fund, in said savings, and for vacation. Like I'm literally putting a little here and there all the time for vacation. Because I want to travel. I want to make it a thing. I want to travel this year. But I also don't want to like screw over my roomie, screw over an emergency fund if anything were to happen, you know? Screw up my savings and deplete whatever I've saved up. So, yeah, I've been saving towards all of that so that, you know, by the end of the year, I could go on a little vacay to celebrate my birthday. I can maybe go to Hawaii to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family, like is tradition that I haven't been able to do for the last couple of years, so that I can go to Colorado to see my sister again, and so that I can have an emergency fund so I'm not stressing out when my car needs a repair and like trying to put all my money towards that, so that I can pay for my rent and pay for a book every once in a while. Hey, maybe I might even be able to start actually getting clothes that fit my vibe and my style, you know? So, anyways, just all to clarify, no, I'm not broke. And I was only waiting to the next paycheck because I'm putting it into categories and stuff. And in the future, when I look back at this, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, you were able to do XYZ thing because you saved now. And a couple months is nothing. It'll fly by. I'm too busy trying to like survive work every single day and have fun, you know, doing my little YouTube thing, getting my apartment and room together, which that's another thing my money is going towards. I'm like getting all of the containers and stuff to work for now as like a cheap option. And then I'm going to decide, like, okay, do I have truly enough books for a bookshelf, or do I want floating shelves? Do I need to buy a drawer set for, like, my extra clothes, like my sports clothes and my PJs and my socks and my underwear and other undergarments? Or am I good with just keeping them in the bins that they are and saving money there? Not to mention, like, the other expenses that you never really think of. So, like, laundry detergent, dishwasher pods, soaps, cleaning utensils, towels, things like that. You know, my roomie and I have all of this, but would I like more bath towels than just the two I have? Absolutely. Would I like more than one or two, I think, face cloths that I have? Yes. Am I being smart and just using what I have until I have saved up enough so I can feel comfortable about getting said things? Yes. So that's what I meant. I wanted to clarify, because my mom had mentioned that and I was like, okay, I could see how people would interpret that. Not that you guys need to know every single cent of my life, and I'm not going to tell you, because that's private, but, you know, I am willing to be open enough about where I put my money in for what, you know? And what I value. Because, okay, so here's the thing. I do church ministry, obviously, but part of my belief is that, you know, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, give to the Lord what is the Lord's, aka pay your taxes to the government, which I do, and tithe. So tithe at the very least 10% of income coming in. So I get paid weekly. This month had a lot of interesting, money was going all over the place basically. So I'm going to do the cumulative total all in one go at the end of the month. However, I am hoping to do it every single week. That way I can budget out weekly. I just find it easier to budget out weekly than budget out the entire month. And yeah, it's just weird. Because that's how I get paid. And honestly, it keeps me accountable. It keeps me in line. It keeps me asking myself, Maya, do you really need to buy that thing? The answer is usually no. And that's so funny. That is even with regular groceries. Like, okay, so the first grocery haul that was in my first week in my new apartment video, the cereal, I returned. The chocolate milk, I returned. Toothpaste holder, yeah, I did return that. What else did I return? I returned a few other groceries. But I'm not, for the life of me, I'm not remembering which ones. I know I kept the tuna packets. That I for sure kept. I kept the meatballs. And something else I forget. I forget. But, you know, I returned that because I didn't need it. Like, I genuinely wanted to have it. But then something came up. I was like, Maya, you don't need that. Just have the extra money just in case. I'm pretty sure it was for gas. Because, okay, I think it was. Because I budgeted out everything but gas. I don't know why, because, you know, for some reason I thought I wasn't, you know, I was near everywhere I was going to be at the time, and now my work is so much further out. But I live in Chandler, so my workplace was in Chandler. My church was in Chandler, literally 2 minutes away from where I live. And, you know, my shopping, also in Chandler, literally right next to the mall, so it's great. And right next to the mall is a huge Walmart, so it's like everything's right there. I didn't think I was going to have to drive that much. Well, I became people's Uber driver. I had to move back and forth all of the boxes. Your girl didn't plan out gas. And so, to alleviate the stress of, like, you're getting paid in a couple of days, and your gas tank is at 45 miles, sure, could I extend the 45 miles and just wait on certain things? Yes. Is that frightening? Also, yes. So I decided, just return some stuff. You have some money. If you need the gas, get the gas. Anything extra, you know, is just extra at this point. So that's what I did. And things like that can happen, you know? And you could have the best laid plans and intentions, but I didn't take anything out of where it was supposed to go. So, other than the grocery budget, which is fine. I didn't need all that food anyway. All of that because my mom reminded me, you might want to clarify. I forget people in my real life watch these videos, and until, of course, you know, my mom says something, or my friend's mom. So sweet, so cute. just called me up, actually called up her daughter and said, put Maya on the phone. And she was like, okay, you and I, we need to talk about Christmas Cocoa murder. I was like, I got you. So she got all the tea before you guys did. She actually got all of the tea before my reader fam did too. So it was so sweet. I loved it. I enjoyed that so much. Okay. I need to finish this up. I need to wrap this lunch up. Okay, so apparently I'm not gonna be taking a power nap because I've been mukbanging with y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed. And honestly, that's okay with me. Like, I always hit that midday slump, and right as I hit the midday slump, I'm able to go on break. And then there's just something about being able to walk out that door that just like, oh, you feel a Energizer Bunny spark, and then you're all good to go. I get the same feeling when I exit the building at the end of the night. Okay. We're done. Thank you for spending this lunchtime with me. And we're about to go brave the rain. Wow, the storm actually looks like it's gonna get a little worse before it gets better. So glad I'm not driving over here. Not yet. The hood is going up, and we're gonna brave this weather. We're also gonna zip up this jacket. This is actually one of my favorite jackets. This is like a Disney jacket that I got at Goodwill. I love this thing. It's great. It's fantastic. I didn't know I was like a, what is that? A Disney adult? I'm actually really not. Like, I don't go hardcore like that. I love Disney. I love Disney movies. I love old nostalgic movies. You know what I really want to do for my 25th? Here is one of the two options. I'm either going to be in Paris, right across from the Eiffel Tower, okay, or I'm gonna be at Disneyland. I don't even have to be like in Disneyland. Would love that, by the way, but if I can't afford that, I can at least like go to Disney Springs and foodie it up over there, buy all of the different foods, you know, be one of those foodie YouTubers that go to Disneyland and like everything I eat in Disneyland. Would love to do that. Would love to make a video like that because I am a foodie. I am. And I love, well, not in like the true definition, but like in the subsect type of variation version where it's just someone who likes food and enjoys it and also happens to have some modicum of vocabulary other than, that's good. Not me throwing shade on literally, like, pretty much everyone. But, like, kind of, like, you want more than just, that's good. You kind of like, okay, well, what is the taste? What is the textures? What are the different flavors that you're, like, experiencing right now? And me and my mom, we love that type of thing, so we would definitely probably do that together at some point. But one of the two is going to happen for my 25th. I don't care if it's on the 25th or during my 25th year of life. We are doing it, okay? Hence also the saving up. So anyways, we're gonna brave the storm. I was gonna bring in one of my other books, but I forgot my bag, and personally I don't want any of my books to get drenched in rain. So not that drenched is a little strong, but I don't want them to get ruined by rain. So I'm just gonna stick with Slender Man, and we have to talk. I have thoughts, but we'll talk tomorrow, okay? See you guys tomorrow, or in any montage footage that I get, because obviously I'm not coming on and speaking to y'all, okay? Bye! Hi guys, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day, and we are starting close and personal because I am heading out. We just woke up, got dressed. I am taking the color scheme of the day, literally. And you know what? We're just gonna have a really good day. Switching up the angle because I will be driving, and therefore it will move, and therefore it will look off angle. And yes, I will think about that in editing. No, I will not fix that in real time because hello, responsible driver here. Okay. Also, I have seen way too many people like do the whole vlog camera thing, and the only one that is literally the most safe is when it's getting things from the windowsill view, because, you know, just human instinct says there's a camera, look at it, because it's looking at you and it is not looking away. It's one of those things where, like, if you met a person that just like doesn't look away, but also doesn't look away but can stare into your soul. I have a few of those people that I know. They're actually quite intimidating for me, and not for any particular reason. They are truly some of the nicest people, but it is the fact that when they look at you, they look at you. It's a respect thing, and I get it, and it's so nice, it's so sweet, and I wish I had more confidence to look people in their eyes like that, but I can't. I'm getting better at it because it was a habit built up over time, because I was just always like in shame. So that was probably part of the reason, but now I don't carry that shame. It's just like, oh, you know, 20 plus years of doing this, it might become a habit, maybe, possibly. Anyways, so here's the sitch. I was gonna do an impromptu video, okay, for my book fam, and it's a bigger endeavor because I like to shoot for the stars, I guess, or some such thing. It's gonna be a reading vlog, and it's gonna be starting from today going through to next Friday. I am going to try to read one singular book. Now you may be thinking, that's not that big of a feat. It is for me, but also we're gonna be doing all of the celebratory Valentine type things that I'm not going to be able to do today because I have work. Now, granted, could I have just done this all in one day and started reading a book and have that be that? Yes, but here's the thing. Guys, gals who are single, we have to celebrate what is seemingly a couple's holiday. It's not, but work with me here. We have to celebrate what is seemingly a couple's holiday, and so I'm taking the entire week. You heard that right. I am taking an entire week for us single guys and gals to have a fun, amazing time. Now, we'll say Galentine's because I'm a gal, so yes, that, just putting that right off the bat. But some of the things that I wanted to do include going on a blind date with a book, because I've never done that before. I have had blind date books, but I have never filmed a blind date with a book, and I think that'll be so much fun. So I'm actually heading over to my mom's to unveil the book that she got me for Christmas, because one of her stipulations, not serious, but like also kind of serious, was that she wanted to see me open the book to get my first time reaction to the cover. So that is, well, to the cover and the story as a whole. So we're gonna go over there and we are going to unveil the book. We are also going to be taking a quick stop at Starbucks because it is Valentine's Day, and if I am my own Valentine, I am going to treat me how I would want all of my Valentines to treat me, which is coffee first. And it doesn't even have to be on their dime. Listen, you just have to drive me there. Just come with me, be company. But yes, you will have to endure me getting coffee. Reading, love books, love book shopping, so we're definitely going to shop for some books. Whether or not I actually buy is a whole other issue, and we don't talk about Bruno. We're going to, what else are we gonna do? We're gonna do some fun things. We're definitely going to be just enjoying life and doing some soul care, okay? Because we're definitely going to be taking the days off. We're going to be doing devotions. We're going to be baking. We're going to be doing all of these different things that I would want to do on that particular singular day. And the fact that we only have 24 hours to do everything that we absolutely love is actually insane. So I'm stretching it out to a week because that is more realistic as an adult, right? All my adults in the comments, can I get an amen? So that is what we're going to be doing over the week. Oh, I meant to be talking about what we're going to be doing today. We are getting Starbies, obviously, first, as I was trying to say, and then I got sidetracked by other things that we could do for the other video. So we're going to get Starbucks, we're going to head to my mom's, we're going to unveil the book, we're going to get ourselves a Krispy Kreme donut because I always like to get myself Krispy Kreme on either my birthday or around the holidays because there's always something fun. There was one time I did a stray going to Krispy Kreme. That wasn't a holiday, but the donut looked amazing, and it was. So there was that. And then after that, we're obviously going to head into work, and at some point today, I am going to get me some Chick-fil-A to eat because that is my favorite fast food. And then I may be getting, not entirely sure, something nice or fancier for dinner, probably pizza or something, I don't know, some Italian cuisine of some sort. And then what else? That's pretty much gonna be it. I am gonna order myself at some point tonight crumble cookie because they have, I always love their cakes, I love their cookies, love their cakes, and they have a strawberry cake and it looks so good. Like, and I know me saying yesterday, oh, I'm not a fan of strawberries unless it's like with something or like baked into something. Strawberry cake is delicioso. So I'm gonna get the strawberry cake and test that out. There were a couple other Valentine's Day themed treats there as well, and so I was like, oh, let's just get an entire box. So we're gonna get a box of crumble by the end of tonight at some point, and or tomorrow if I completely forget, because sometimes I do, because you know when I'm working I am in the zone. And we're gonna also be doing some reading on some downtime, and hopefully I can get farther along in Slenderman. I'm not naive enough to think that I will get through the whole thing because I have been so just like invested and listening and like really reading, so that is a thing. I want to start obviously reading on my blind date book once we unveil it, and that's pretty much going to be the day today. And this is going to be interesting because the reading vlog that I'm going to be filming is going to be filmed on Sunday as well. Like if things happen or I decide to do things that are related to that video, I am totally going to be showing the reader fam. So this is like all brand new stuff happening over there. So if you guys are into like the whole concept of a week of guys, gals, Valentines, feel free to check out that video. I will leave that linked in this video. I will also probably leave that linked in other videos upcoming. I know I keep saying I'm gonna like link stuff and everything, and then I always end up forgetting what is in my actual video, and I never go back for SEO. So I'm actually gonna make that a priority like really soon, like going back over all my videos, filling in the descriptions, filling in the extras, providing the links. I'm gonna get better about doing that like day of, but it's just so hard because I am like doing that as I'm working on other things, as I'm actually like, you know, working, and it's just I'm gonna think. I'll get better at it, guys, I promise. I also need to stop jibber jabbering because I want to have enough storage for the actual reaction. So I'm just gonna sign off now, and we're gonna go and do the things, yeah? All right, see you guys in a bit. Okay, we're back from that. Y'all, it was not good. I don't know what was thought of for the book, but it was this. I read the inside of it and I don't like it. So, I'm not intrigued. I don't like it. Quite frankly, any of the footage that I got in there was slightly disappointing. So we're not gonna do it. Am I still gonna do the video? Probably. I'll just delete all of the extra footage and just start from something else. I don't know. It's so kind of sad because, like, she bought it for me hoping that I would like it. I was going to say I was going to go to Krispy Kreme to get the donuts. Like, I know I said I wanted donuts, like, that I'd treat myself to a donut on a holiday, but I'm also not hungry. So, I just had an idea. There is this little park that's right next to my mom's place that I would always go to edit or to do my devotions or to literally just have me time. Sometimes I would go for walks. I think I'm gonna go and like sit in the car near the park, have some nature vibes in the background, and work on some editing for a little minute. because I don't feel hungry at the moment. So we're gonna go and we're gonna do that. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're here. I am going to park along the wall and up the sidewalk across the way. And we're gonna put the windows down and we're gonna have a nice little chill editing sesh. Oh, I am going to have to get gas. That is a thing that does need to happen before I go to work. So we are gonna need to go get gas next. But first, some editing. I'm gonna have to turn y'all off because this is what I edit off of. All right, see you guys in a bit. Wow. Hi guys. So it's after break. I spent the entire time trying to nap to like power nap or something. That's why my glasses are off. And like, I think I am now worse. I don't know, because I was feeling lightheaded earlier. At first I didn't know if it was because like a lack of sleep or just genuine like need to probably worry about that because I had already eaten. So like that was off the table. I was like, oh, okay, maybe like if I rest and like, I don't know, reset, I should be fine. No. And like without my glasses, you can kind of see it. Can you see just this situation? And it's been built up over years. So like there's nothing I can do. Anyways, I'm gonna head back in now and finish off the rest of the work day. But yeah, this is the rest of today. Sorry about that. Tomorrow I'm gonna start the Valentine's week. I figure I'm just gonna start it tomorrow, not today, because a lot of things happen today to make it not that way. So tomorrow we're gonna celebrate Valentine's week. Stay tuned. It's gonna be on my booktube channel, but I may throw in some clips or something sometime soon and like throw it together. I don't know. I might like upload it here, or I'll just link the video for next week. But yeah, so it's gonna be fun. Signing off. See you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, it is much later in the evening, and normally I don't come to you guys this late, but I kind of had to tonight because what did I get myself into? So basically, here's the sitch. I wanted to treat myself to like more of a restaurant style meal, but also, you know, I work till 9:30 p.m. So that is very, very tight. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's do DoorDash. As I was looking through all of the options, right, I saw Cracker Barrel and I was like, oh my gosh, I like nostalgia. I haven't been there in so long. And the one thing that I always got when I was there, well, a couple of things that I always got while I was there, fried apples, so delicious, and the grilled chicken tenders. My goodness, no one can replicate it like that. Now, granted, Chick-fil-A has some really good grilled chicken tenders, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. Well, not grilled tenders. Okay, the grilled filet or the nuggies, and both of them are good. But I don't know. There is just something about Cracker Barrel. So I was like, let's do it. Also, surprisingly, not the most expensive thing. Like, I thought it was going to be like in the $50 range. Nope. Barely went a little over $30. Like $30 and some change. You know, I am happy with the purchase. Plus, honestly, 2 meals. Easy. Easy. What I am slightly concerned with, other than my sanity for purchasing DoorDash specifically just because I wanted a restaurant style like meal for Valentine's Day, just because I wanted to, because it's a holiday, because I'm trying to justify my spending, is the fact that earlier this evening I purchased one of these at my workplace for the sake of energizing, and I am still allowing myself to take sips of this, including right now, as just like proof. Why am I doing this? Because I love you guys. Like, actually, I I normally throughout the week edit so that by now all of the edited stuff just needs to get smushed together to make the video, and then I could do the thumbnail and all of the SEO stuff on Saturday, and it's all good. Didn't happen this week, okay? So I am going to be catching up so that everything is pretty much edited by this evening. Can I do it? Probably. I'm also adding extra stuff. Like, I added extra stuff to the last video. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I started doing like the whole sound effects with the thing on screen to remind you guys to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell, all of the thingies. Yeah, I'm starting to add more of that stuff. So like I'm adding that stuff as well. So it'll be just like the finished product, and quite frankly, whatever I edit on my phone will immediately be uploaded to there, and then I'll be able to get that footage and then export. It's really not a lot, and I like doing it. It takes some time, and now that we're back in a new location, it's harder for me to really work on editing during the day. It's a little different, and I'm gonna have to get used to that kind of scheduling, and that's okay, because quite frankly, I like doing the editing thing. I like doing it outside of work hours and stuff. I just typically have lent on it in the past couple of weeks, or months rather, and I took that for granted because it just, you know, I was able to do it at that point, and then the time when I was off of work, I was able to dedicate to actually filming or potentially reading and cleaning. Actually, let's not even pretend like I was reading. I mean, I was occasionally, but not that much. I was cleaning, I was organizing, I was getting everything together. Listen, when you move from a house to an apartment for the first time, people who are moving out to their apartments for the first time, I'm not even going to put ages, because guess what? The age limit does not exist. Whenever you guys get your first apartment and you move from your childhood home to an apartment space, okay, just to the apartment space, you're gonna have to downsize, and you realize how much stuff you have. Not to mention, okay, now I have to share the space with someone else. So already I was downsizing, and now I have to share that space with someone else. Okay, love it. I love that life, not gonna lie. Perhaps I'm like a secret minimalist, I don't know. I like it. The only downside is that coming from a house to an apartment and then splitting some things of the area in half, like we each get our own room, so that's not a thing, but like, you know, splitting out other things and stuff, it really gets you thinking, what do I need and what do I not need? And also, what is just clutter? What is just trash? Can I tell you, I have never taken out so many bags of trash in my life, and thankfully I wasn't the one that was doing it. Okay, we have a valet. We have valet trash. That's what we pay for in our utilities. So that's really awesome, by the way. Love our place. I really do. And they're on it for like all of like the repairs and stuff, because like when we moved in, my roommate was like day one texting me, something's up with the dryer. I'm gonna like let them know. The way that they speedily did that, like, flawless. Loved it. It didn't even, like, we didn't have to adjust anything about our schedules or nothing. It was fantastic. The way that they have, like, movers and stuff, like, all of the different things that help you move into an apartment quicker, that's so great. Like, I went to the apartment for like the security, the niceness, the good reviews on like the maintenance and stuff, and the amenities. Let me like not front, like the amenities, the amount of space as well, like the square footage and stuff. But like, yo, I was not expecting that to be that good, and I am so grateful that this was our first apartment, because that, quite frankly, you know, any sort of repairs or anything else that was needed that we had to have for that first couple of weeks of us, you know, moving in together and realizing all of this stuff, that could have been so much worse if it wasn't in a place that was as good as they are. So like, our place is the best. Our place is the bomb. I love it. So anyways, I am going to take my monster and my food home. We're gonna do like a little power editing sesh for like an hour or two. Quite frankly, I always go to bed at 1 or 2 a.m. anyway, so no big deal this time, although I definitely feeling a little tired earlier because I woke up an hour earlier and was immediately like, ooh, video idea, and then I was like, oh wait, element of filming, I need to get up and get dressed and go somewhere else. And it was like, it was a time and a thing. I mean, you guys saw, you guys were with me, but yeah, anywho, yeah, we're gonna get the things done, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Actually, wait, no you won't. Oh, that was creepy. Hi. I forgot it was one and done situation. Okay, well, we have some light coming in from behind us, some light over here, so I'm just gonna like very creepily just mention real quick. Actually, yes, you guys are gonna see me tomorrow morning because today is Friday. I forgot this was my long work week. Love that for me. Wait a minute, tomorrow's Saturday. No, I'm still gonna do the power editing sesh. I need to. I got to. I'm not gonna stress myself out tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, good talk. Glad we had that conversation. Love the verbal processing. So yeah, anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow morning in a less creepy lighting. You're welcome. See you guys in a bit. Hi guys, good afternoon actually. I slept till the last minute that I could. It's called self-care. I have had a really good day this morning. Like, honestly, it's very chill, very low-key. The higher-ups aren't in the office today, so it's like even more chill and low-key, you know what I'm saying? And there's less like pressure, there's less monitorization, and it's kind of nice and stuff. Not that I don't think it's bad that we have that, I just, you know, it's nice when you don't have that pressure of eyes on you, you know, and I tend to do better without pressure of eyes on me, so it's nice. I mean, not that I do a bad job when eyes are on me. The thing of it was, okay, so yesterday I was really feeling it because a lot of people were out, like even a lot of our leads were out. So it wasn't even just associates, it was higher ups as well, and they have different jobs than us. So they're over there dealing with their stuff and taking on, you know, more tasks than normal because there's less people there. We're taking on more tasks than normal, and there are new people to the sites, like new leads and management and stuff. They were one site called me out, or tried to call me out rather, in an entire chat room with one of the leads, one of the area managers of the site at the warehouse, and then me as the associate that actioned the ticket for the process, and my manager, who, by the way, had left at that point in the day, which I thought was very hilarious. So I had to bring in another area manager, and I had to explain, actually, rather, I had to teach them how to do their job. It was great, it was fun, it was amazing. We're never doing that again, and I almost wanted to quit. So, just kidding. No, I honestly, I was actually very okay with teaching them how it works. Like, people were on a can I just say people were on a power trip? Like, that was a whole thing. That was a whole thing in and of itself. But then so many area managers, so many leads from the warehouse were trying to direct message me, and like, that's not part of our standard procedure. We even have a note that says, like, if you have any further questions, please contact the area manager. Sometimes we put it in, sometimes we don't. It's really up to you at that point. But so many were reaching out to me. I kid you not. Oh, my device is saying that my phone is getting hot. Makes sense because it's hot out in Arizona. So like, what was I even saying? I was going off on a thing, and then I noticed the heat warning on my phone. Basically, it's just like a lot of new hired managers on a power trip were doing their thing yesterday, and I just wasn't with it. I wasn't playing that game. I was like, listen, I am going to respectfully teach you what it is that we do and explain our job. I don't have to. I truly don't. That's not my job. I don't get paid for that. But I'm like, listen, I'm just gonna nip this in the bud right here, because quite frankly, the way that you're going about this is just not right. And you know, I'm glad I got this so that my fellow associates didn't, because what the heck are you doing, man? Like, you are trying to explain my job to me, acting as if I'm the issue when you're the one that had the duplicates of different tasks and requests, which, by the way, is in the system. Therefore, I'm not going to get in trouble. Even if the higher-ups agreed with you on anything regarding my actions of the process. It's all there. The digital footprint do be there. And all of my leads, all of my managers who I notified of the situation, because I was like, should I tell them like what our process is? Is that like against protocol or something? Because I don't know. Like, we all have different departments, so like we all do different things. I don't know what the driver support area of things does. They don't know what I do, but we still all help the drivers. Make that make sense? I don't know. Don't even get me started on that. But we're separate, so we don't know each other's processes. I don't know if, and quite frankly, I don't know if I'm even allowed to share our process, because I mean, you learn if you get invited to learn, aka are moved to a different department or location or whatever, but you don't know that off the bat. So I'm like, am I allowed to even like tell them what's up? And they're like, yeah, actually you can. Like, that's not our job, you don't have to, and other people can deal with it, but if you want to, you can. And I'm like, I'm nipping this in the bud, because what is this? Like, this is not okay, and I'm not allowing that to go to any of my other fellow associates. I'm not escalating this to any of the leads. I'm just going to shut it down, do the thing, and if you have any further questions, please, I beg, go to my higher-ups and see if they agree or disagree with me. Guess what? They agreed with me. Power tripping is a thing that I did not even know I would have to deal with in this job, but apparently, yes, I do. And it's fun, it's great, it's amazing, we love, and it teaches you how to talk to people in a nice, respectful manner without losing your cool and being very tempered. And the Lord do be calming me down, so that's good. So yeah, that's the thing. Anyways, yeah, that happened yesterday. And they're still kind of dealing with a little bit of that today, which is why I mentioned that. And so yeah, so otherwise it's pretty chill, pretty calm, pretty cool, collected. It's a great day. We have more people here, so that's always nice. And yeah, I ordered some things for this Valentine's event. Basically, I'm calling it an event. I got myself some coffee and some caramel cookies, because I'm going to be trying those flavors out in this video. Not in this video, but like in the video that I'm going to be filming. I'm going to have Chick-fil-A for dinner later tonight, and then I am going to be implementing some reading, and some of the reading that I am going to be implementing is Slender Man, the London Seance Society, and Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I'm actually going to start this one, but I want to finish Slender Man tonight. I want to make it the goal, because I want to read these two and really focus my reading on these two. Not because I don't love this book. That's upside down. Not because I don't love this book. I do. I genuinely really do. But more so, I want to feature like my new love of like nonfiction, true crime coded type of things, and then just like my old love, which was like sci-fi, futuristic fantasy and everything. And I just ready to get back into that world, man. I am ready, because I feel like it's been very crime heavy, like towards the end of last year and then now this year, and so yeah, getting back into my roots. So anyways, I'm gonna sign off now, but let me do the YouTuber-y thing. If you guys like videos like this, please do leave a like. Also, if you guys haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the community if you guys so choose. It's free 99 to you for all time. Check out my social medias if you guys want to. Of course, that is no pressure, and I will leave that linked in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!